What is going on, you guys? You got your boy Mac here again. So stand in front of the same photograph that I stand in front of every single time almost. It's a cool piece of art that I picked up at a gallery somewhere near my place in Berlin. I got another one over here on the wall. Yeah, this is my spot. I got my laundry over here. Got my record player. Got some art. Got a Halloween decoration that I still haven't taken down even though it's January. Got my dog Nudie over here. She's a really good girl. Yes, she is. She's never growled at anybody. She's a very good girl. Anyway, I just wanted to make this video because, I realize like so much of creating content and just trying to put yourself out there is about consistency. And so, yeah, just got to practice what I preach, right? And I think like I didn't have anything like structured in mind in terms of today's video, but just a quick update. It is Tuesday, and yeah, I mean, it's been a pretty long week already, and it's only the second day in. Friday, I have half a day for work, so tomorrow and Thursday are really going to be like my main days, and I'm in sales, so like you can imagine my days are pretty busy. But like something interesting that I've learned recently, like very recently, probably since like the middle of November, is the idea of energy levels. So I watched this YouTube video from George Bet David. I think that's his name. If not, I'll try to like put his name over this in the YouTube video. But one of the things that he was talking about is the power of words. And one of the words that he just never says is a word that now I will never say, which starts with a T and ends in a D. It's 5 letters, and the third letter is an R, and the fourth letter is an E, and the second letter is an I. But I will not say that word anymore, because when I watched his video, at first, like I thought it was, kind of like a metaphor. Like I thought he was just, or, I don't know. I just didn't think it was literal. I just thought he was like talking about, like there's no I in team, that kind of saying. But really, like he was saying, I don't say that word because if you give words power, then they actually do have something over you. And so for me, after watching that, I just tried it as an experiment to not say that word, to not identify with it, and to not use it as an excuse. And it's been crazy. I mean, like I've been doing it now for about, I want to say 2 months, but I don't think it actually has been that long. Maybe a month and a half. The winter months are always really difficult to gauge because in winter, especially in Berlin, it gets light at like 8 o'clock in the morning and it gets dark at like 4 o'clock in the evening. So you don't have a lot of time with the sun out, and the sun actually doesn't really shine that often. So anyway, it's these days just kind of like drag on. But the reason that I'm bringing this up is like I used to think that I had like a finite amount of energy, that like if I didn't, do something at a specific time in the day, that I wasn't going to be able to achieve it because that's just not who I am. But now I actually don't feel like I have that as an issue at all. Just to kind of give you like an idea. So it's 9:30 at night. I woke up at 6 o'clock this morning, and I went to bed sometime around 11 o'clock last night. And when I woke up this morning, as I usually do, I hit my to-do list. Well, it's not really a to-do list. It's a habit tracker. I hit my habit tracker, which you can see here. So every morning I wake up, I write my affirmations out, I do my brain download. I can't read this backwards. I journal, I meditate, I think about like what a billionaire would do. And then at some point during the day, I run or I lift. I usually play fetch with my dog in the morning, but I have it on here just to make sure that I get to it every day. I write for 2 hours, and then I wait until 12 o'clock to check YouTube and any messages on my phone, on the Messages app or like WhatsApp or yeah, pretty much any instant messaging. And I did that this morning at 6 o'clock, and after that I was doing the rest of my routine. So I walked my dog after I was done meditating, and then I came back. I got a little bit of writing done, and then took a shower, started worked until around 11:45, hit the gym, came back, ate a little bit of lunch, jumped on a sales call, and just continued to work until around 6 o'clock. And then I switch over to my personal stuff, like my own personal projects. And I do that until, like 10 o'clock at night. So that's been pretty typical for me in terms of like how I'm actually structuring my days. I mean, it all really depends on what you're optimizing towards. Like for me, I'm optimizing right now towards my side project. I mean, work is my regular day job is what I get paid for. So that's my biggest focus. But then outside of that, it's really just like focusing on what steps can I take to achieve success with my side hustle. And that means like I just don't have time as much to hang out with friends and to do those kinds of activities, which is completely, I find that it's completely fine for myself. It's all about what you want. But there are a lot of people that will talk about wanting to achieve certain things, and then they won't actually take the steps that are necessary to do that. And that's part of the reason that I created this YouTube channel, is that eventually one day when I am extremely successful and when I am looking at whatever it is, like hundreds of millions or tens of millions or even close to a billion or 2 billion in my bank account, not that that's going to be something that I measure my worth by, but when I'm looking at that and I see that was very much the byproduct of having been extremely successful and providing value, then I'm going to know how it ended up there. It's not going to be a happy accident because I'm sacrificing a lot to get to that point. And it would be, in my mind, a disservice to you and to myself if I don't document it to just show you that it's possible. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. That's the reason I wanted to create this YouTube video for today, is just to say, if you start to question some of the things that are commonly thrown around and start putting a little bit more value on the words that you're choosing to accept, you can really change your reality. And a lot of that just has to do with what you're willing to tolerate. So like George Bet David, I also now do not accept the T word. So that's pretty much it. Anyway, I wish you guys a lot of success this week. I hope that you're all happy and healthy. And if you're not, I've definitely been in a lot of dark and low places. I can just tell you, you will bounce back. Sometimes it's easier because, maybe you're experiencing like a temporary dip as a direct result of something having happened in your life. Maybe you lost your job, maybe you lost your spouse, they divorced you, or, you're having a fight with somebody that you really care about. And when those things resolve themselves or you get over it, then, you can bounce back. But there are other times where you just go through lows in life, and it's not as obvious that you're going to be able to bounce back from it. But I hope that you guys are going, through it in a way that is like more constructive and less destructive, but I've definitely been there as well. And I just wish you guys well on your journeys, and looking forward to eventually, I don't think I actually have any followers on any platforms at all, or any viewers. So I'm pretty much just like talking to myself, but like hypothetical person that watches this, I hope that you're doing okay. And yeah, I hope that anything that you're going through is swiftly resolved, because I know it's really, really shitty when you experience lows and then it doesn't feel like there's anyone there to help you. The good news is, though, you're there to help yourself, and you can probably help yourself more than anyone else in the entire world can help you. So if you can just learn how to be kind to yourself and treat yourself with the kind of respect and love that you deserve, then I think you'll be out of this situation in no time. Back to your old self. Alrighty, enough with the cheesy shit. I'm gonna say goodbye, and then I'll also let Nudie say goodbye. Peace, guys.